We were very pleased to hear the results of our lawsuit in the United States that the court found Palestinian Authority and the PLO guilty in the 6 attacks in which 10 families were harmed. We're extremely grateful for this outcome. We thank God for keeping us going these 11 years to get to this point. We thank our lawyers, Nitzana Darshan-Leitner and Kent Yalowitz and their offices. We thank the judge Judge Daniels was fantastic. Also the jury. The jury came to a conclusion which the most seasoned diplomats seem to be unable to fathom, that the Palestinian Authority and the PLO have been actively involved in terror attacks against civilian targets. We went as a family to New York 3 weeks ago to give testimony. I testified, as did my wife and our oldest son. That boy and I were injured in the attack. I was injured in my arm. He was injured in his head. The testimony was very moving. We cried. It was hard for us because we were brought right back to those hours and days, excuse me, immediately after the attack. We were very fortunate that the other side did not do cross-examination, so it probably made it a little bit easier in terms of them not digging into things that would make it even more painful. The jury received an enormous amount of information, which they weighed, and they came to the conclusion within 2.5 days that the PLO and the Palestinian Authority were guilty of providing material support in the 6 attacks in which our family and others were wounded. So we're extremely grateful. It was a very difficult process. The Palestinian Authority hired a first-class law firm to represent them. They fought extremely hard. They tried at every step to have the case thrown out or to have witnesses or material thrown out of the case. They did not roll over. They fought as hard as they could, but in the end of the day, we were very fortunate to receive positive news yesterday of the PA being found guilty for these attacks.